Hello, and welcome everybody. We're gonna play some Shadow of War today, and I think that's going to be quite cool. But before we get into that, and after we've dug ourselves up out of that Hobbit hole, basically, I think that people in the '60s liked The Hobbit because it was a story about an unassuming, hairy little dude who liked to smoke weed and hang out and eat. And then he had the world was a bad place and he had to go on an adventure, but he was still that little dank Hobbit goof. And I think that's a very popular sentiment. I think we all wish that we could be more like Thrillbo. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the Middle Earth. We'll do the thing where we sit and we look at the title screen and we do all that biz. And we'll try to figure out what this game is about. I don't remember like anything from Shadow of War. Or from Shadow of Mordor, but I remember enjoying it. And the gameplay was fun. We played it a long ass time ago. So, I will say this though, I'm a big fan of Tolkien generally, like as a lorist, as a person who created a world. Welcome back, buddy. But I'm not a purist. Like, I'm not going to be sitting here going like, oh God, wait, this, you see, he's supposed to be the son of Feanor and Nerdnell, and what is the, like, it's going to be a little bit of that. I am actually really curious to see the ways in which something as fucking dry and boring in Tolkien, because Lord of the Rings is fucking dry as shit. It is like Dune levels. If you've ever read the Silmarillion, it is possibly the most tedious piece of fantasy work of all time. Koshdat, welcome to the squad. Thank you. So I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that Tolkien is real boring, and it's very hard to make a video game out of that, especially a video game that involves stalking and killing orcs. But you know what? It's okay. There will be elements that I'm probably going to put on my nerd hat and be like, "Oh, excuse me, what?" But I like Tolkien for what it is, and I think I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I'm gonna say this. I think that Middle Earth, in a lot of ways, is actually a really great setting that deserves better fiction. Admin B, welcome home. Welcome. We'll talk about this, I'm sure, more, but the space that Middle Earth is, right? Its lore, its universe, the conflicts that are at play in Middle Earth, I think actually make for a really great place to have your own adventures in. Which is why I think that there have been several role-playing games that have been set in that world, but none that have really captured, for me, the jam, the feeling of Middle Earth. You could do pretty good Middle Earth campaign. 02E0182, welcome. Thank you for your Prime sub. I think that you can do a pretty good Middle Earth game if you do it with Burning Wheel. Burning Wheel is explicitly Silmarillion, Lord of the, minus the hobbits, right? You can do the Silmarillion pretty damn well with the Hot Circle. It's designed to feel Tolkien-esque in a lot of ways. I never really have, but those characters are the greedy dwarves, the grief elves, like the whole thing just is very Tolkien-esque. So I think that you could do some cool shit in that space. And I think if we think about it that way, if we go into this looking at it like it's an adaptation and we must be ready for that adaptation to bend it to the medium, right? Let's keep the mind here of Marshall McLuhan, famously, who said the medium is the message, right? We are playing a video game. We're not reading a book. We're not reading a comic. We're not at a stage play. We're playing a video game. And so the medium itself carries some of those tones, some of those notes, and they are required. We're required to understand that this is a game. And so there are going to be things like, game mechanic stuff that's going to clash pretty hard with what I was going to say with what the Tolkien estate wanted for Lord of the Rings, but let's be real. The Tolkien estate wants those fucking ducats. They want fat dollars. So if you're selling a Lord of the Rings game for $79.99, I'm pretty sure the Tolkien estate is going to be hype about it. As with much fantasy of old, as with the Robert E. Howards, as with the Lovecrafts, Tolkien has some insensitivities around the way that we handle race in fiction. For example, black people in Lord of the Rings, traditionally Southrons, are So there's, the Haradrim, the Southrons. He was an old white man, and now he's a dead old white man, but there are still things to be gleaned. There are bits and pieces to enjoy. It is itself, Tolkien's lore, an adaptation in many ways of Viking lore, right? And we can like things that are problematic. So, let's go ahead and dive into it, and we'll talk about that as we go. All right? We can get our hands on whether or not Tolkien adapts well to a video game. We'll figure it out. Middle-earth, Shadow of War. All right, I'm going to be playing this on a controller, because people are going to ask, I'm sure. We're going to run around, we're going to murder some orcs, and we're going to see what happens. So, Middle-earth, Shadow of War. This is our title screen. And like so many title screens, this one gives us nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. It gives us nothing. Broth, welcome back. It tells us the name of the game and gives us kind of an edgy font. The only piece of information that this title screen imparts, besides all this stuff, is the vaguely kind of stylistic line work. But I will say this, and I think we talked about this a little bit. Why is this game called Middle-earth Shadow of War? I mean, you can't call it Lord of the Rings, right? Because it's not a Lord of the Rings game. You can't call it The Hobbit. It's not that. Middle-earth is the setting, so we have to believe that the world is important enough to merit, two quarters, like a half of the title of the game. Alternately, it could be there just because the game, they want us to know, they just want us to know that this is a Tolkien game. Like, why is it not J.R.R. Tolkien's Shadow of War? Or, so the idea here is that it's set in the same place as Lord of the Rings, but I think it gives them a little bit of freedom to do their own thing. Because Middle-earth is a big place, and it leans heavily into setting. It gives you some idea of what to expect, which I think is interesting. And then, font choice. So the font choice here ties in with the title nicely, I think. Thank you, Bradders. Welcome. The font choice in the title here, right? The words are very video gamey, right? Shadow and War. This is a terrible title. Like, I'm gonna just straight up say this. It's a bullshit title. It's two incredibly dull words with an of in the middle. It's a good follow-up to Shadow of Mordor in the sense that Shadow of Mordor is the title of the character as well, right? That was the thing, right? He was the Shadow of Mordor. He snuck around Mordor, killing people. He was like an assassin. This indicates an escalation. This indicates to us an escalation of that original title. But terms like chaos, war, shadow, battle, hell, blade, sword, like, it's all just, they're so dull. I wouldn't say it's as bad as Hellblade. Hellblade tells us even less. But I will say this, I quite like the angularity of the font. You can see the sort of Morgul blade shapes in it, that Tonto edge. If you look at the W, this weird flipped W, how the Shadow and the War, the W's are different, but in the War Shadow, those bottom ones do absolutely look like, they look like knife edges. And the occulting, the kind of cutoff of the O and the H in Shadow kind of indicate that hiddenness of the title. Still not really a, like, if someone were to tell me, I would like you to play this game, it's Middle-earth Shadow of War, the only thing I would be is like, ooh, Middle-earth, neat. But when you talk about, I mean, it's not a great title. It's compare it to, say, some video games with a much better title, like even say Fallout, big AAA title. Fallout is an awesome title because it gives you information to work with, but not so much that it becomes, I mean, Shadow of War is like the Band-Aid or the Kool-Aid of titles. It doesn't really tell me anything, except that there's a shadow and there's war, but those are kind of dull things to say about a video game. Yeah, so, you know, minimal title screen, doesn't really give us much information. If you compare and contrast this to some of the other title screens that we've seen that are much better, like, say, The Last of Us, great title screen, Dishonored 2, fantastic title screen, this one's pretty lacking. It's pretty lazy title screening. Yeah, Don't Starve is another fantastic title for a game, but I mean, maybe the idea here is they're relying on the fact that this is a sequel for us to know what's going on in terms of the title, and then also the Middle-earth bit. We're meant to be dragged in by the fact that we're like, ooh, I know about Gandalfs. Your save data is incompatible with previous updates of Middle-earth Shadow of War. If you remove this game update, your save data will be lost. Okay, I haven't played this already, so that's fine. All right, so secondary title screen, option screen. We have our character, what's his name, Throndir, and Celebrimbor, obviously, who's like a cool battle elf ghost. That's in the, hey, look, a person of color. Look, a not white person in a Tolkien. What? Oh, shit. Well, that's a good start. Okay, so what are our options here? We got start new game, which is obvious. We got options and quit. But what does this WB play? What does this Warner Brothers play? It wants me to click it. It's got a little blue thing on it. What is this about? Oh, good. I can sign up for their newsletter. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me? Sign up for our newsletter for a boost to your experience points. Oh, Jesus. That is like the oh my god, that's the nerpsiest shit I have ever seen. Oh my god, sign up for the newsletter to get an XP boost. Oh boy. Wow, that's something else. All right, no, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm sorry, Warner Brothers. Oh boy. Okay, so it's a 3% XP boost if you sign up for their newsletter. Oh, that is amazing. That is like the most bald-faced, like, email grab I think I've ever seen in a video game. I kind of have to tip my cap to Warner. Good job, Warner Brothers. You did it. You did such a good job of... Christopher Tolkien would be proud of you. Let's just start a fucking game. Let's do it. All right, standard difficulty. Let's start that shit up. Oh boy. I tip my hat to you. The story so far. Oh, nice. Okay, good.
I had a family once.
So edgy already.
A wife.
This is beautiful.
How do you say fridge in Elven?
Son. And I buried them along with everyone I even knew. What has happened to me? Am I dead?
You are banished from death. Cast adrift between the worlds of light and dark.
I had to keep all my special abilities from the last game, right?
My life and yours.
Who are you, Wraith?
I shaped the history of Middle-earth.
Yeah,
I
dog.
crafted the rings of power.
Celebrimbor, greatest smith of the Second Age.
Yeah, also
Sauron
hard as
deceived you
fuck
into making the
warrior.
rings.
And Sauron used to be hot.
He tortured both you and your kin. Perhaps that pain was what lets us.
No, sorry, different Celebrimbor.
I should have died with my family.
I thought you wanted revenge. But there is only one way to close the circle. To defeat Sauron.
In this awesome quick time
The time
event.
has come for a new ring.
Prologue. The New Ring. Boo, 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 boo. Italian mixtape. Boo, boo, boo.
The world of men is ending.
Oh, girl, what up?
I have seen it. I have felt it. In the fires of Mount Doom, a ranger.
This is supposed to be Galadriel, right? Or is this
bound
Shelob?
together in death,
The new
craft
hot
one
Shelob.
thing
What lady is
to
this?
challenge the Dark Lord. A ring of power. Power can blind those who seek it, and even the strongest
Shelob.
bonds can be.
Why is it
broken.
Shelob? Shelob's a giant
The
spider.
future I have seen cannot come to pass.
Celebrimbor.
Death calls to you again, Ranger.
A sequel
How
calls.
do
Get the
you
fuck out.
answer?
Our illustrious champion returns.
up,
Welcome
Steve
home.
So, like, obviously having Shelob deliver that, like, the world of men is ending
beautiful.
bit is a
Where did you find
callback
it?
to the movies.
still have a few
And Galadriel being like, the whole thing, I felt it in the waters, I've seen it, that
To the
whole thing.
Mouth Squad.
Past is the past.
Shadowblade, welcome.
Nothing can be changed.
We must leave this place. We can go now.
What's your names? What it is?
Fuck. What happens to you when you die in Middle Earth? Do you get to go to heaven with all the other Maiar, whatever? Oh, he's so sad because his wife is dead. There's so many like visual callbacks to Lord of the Rings, like the films.
The Wraith calls to you. I call to you.
Wraith!
Yeah, if you're a man, you go to Eru's halls, and if you're an elf, you have to physically get on a boat and go to the far shore. Yeah, because there are more. Yeah, he took her out of the fridge, found out that she was kind of moldy, and had to put her back in the fridge again. Can we just fucking hang out with the Horse Lords? Can we make a game about the Rohirrim instead? Yeah, it's the 2 ring. It's fine, we don't need 1. 2 is better than 1. Sauron's like, yo, did you copy my ring?
Thalion,
It's a knockoff, you get it on eBay, it's fine.
I will find you.
Alright, so we don't have the Wraith, but we can still hold the right trigger to enter stealth. Dun, 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 dun. Hold on, we should move so you can see my little mini map. Let's take a little journey. Oh, my journey to the other side of the screen. Oh shit, my shadow, come back.
We
I'm all
must
Peter Pan up in here.
defeat
There we go.
her.
Alright, here we go.
This place gives me the creeps.
Alright, so we got our cool burgundy outfit. And we got a couple of swords like Geralt. The coolest guy.
One of these things looks at me wrong. I'm gonna kill it.
And we got some Cockney evil dudes to kill here. Let's do it.
Need to keep quiet.
Uh-oh, he found the body.
The killer's on the loose.
These orcs are preparing for war.
Wow, these orcs are really dumb. All right, orc chopping. Great, that was good. All right, so what are my buttons here? A is for jumping up the thing. Okay, just stop whispering to me, creep. All right. Hi, orc. Yeah, I love creepy whisper voice. Lady, where you at? Aerial stealth kill. Fuck yeah! I learned that from a Little Mermaid. So these are what, Uruk-hai that we're fighting right now? Right. Grab and get out of here. See you later, dick. Oh, they're just Uruks. Okay. Right, because there are no Uruk-hai yet. Yeah. That's right. The Uruk-hai are at Saruman's, yeah. They don't exist yet. I forgot about that. That's right. I forgot when this was set. Find Celebrimbor. Alright. Well. I will try. Let's have a go at it.
Nothing sneaks away from me. We'll find it.
Crikey.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
You know what the best thing about fighting a Tark on a horse is? I can guess. The horse brings the meal directly to you.
Let's see here. Let's play around the or the options a little, because apparently there's some y'all are having some framiness. So let's see. It may be a VSync thing. Let's take a look, because it looks okay for me. Let's try, because there's some like weird dynamic FPS like stuff. Let's just lock it at 60, because that's all you're gonna get anyway. Let's try that. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's try it. Let's try that. Okay.
You ever find bits of man flesh on your weapon after a battle? Every morsel is delicious. Especially if it's been
This orc's talking about man flesh on your weapons after battle. Talk about man flesh. All right. Can I dive bomb that dude? Oh, there's like 2 of them.
tearing the meat off something living makes it.
Oh, messy. Yeah, Twitch still having some problems with it. All right, let's see. Because it's absolutely not. Yeah, definitely not on my end. Let's take a look at the options. So, like, the dynamic resolution and max FPS are set, so it should maintain a smooth frame rate at 60. Let's put that VSync back on, I guess. See if that does anything. Let's see, 60, and that's basically all I can do, right? Ooh, God, motion blur. Get out of here. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, I could set that. I'll set that VSync to 62, I suppose. Oh, I can't. Right, because it's fractions of. Okay.
Folk been scurrying around. All
I don't even need to kill these guys. I can just leave. Fuck it.
What's that? That's men for you. Like rats with less fur.
Yeah, the thing with scaled resolution is that it will try to maintain an even frame rate by adjusting the resolution of the game. So I just wanted to set it to make sure it keeps an eye on that stuff. But yeah, did you want to? The thing about that scaled. Oh God, spiders. Okay, here we go. So we're just at the edge of Mordor then, right? Where old lady Shelob lives. Well, I didn't expect the sexy spider lady so quickly.
Our illustrious champion.
Back Stovemore already with the sexy spider lady. All right. Cirith Ungol, that's right. I fucking love Cirith Ungol. The band Cirith Ungol is pretty good too.
Celebrimbor, what has been done to you?
You've kept us waiting. Kept us waiting.
Free him!
Spider does not forfeit its prey, Ranger. Not unless a greater has set before it.
Oh, that's cool. No, come on. Why couldn't they just have used the giant
I
spider?
called you here for a reason. I called you here.
You will return him to me. Now.
Yeah, why couldn't she have just stayed the big scary spider? Why does she have to be a lady? I don't get it.
You are brave. For a man. But it is not your sword that will save him.
Whoa, is she hitting on me? She does look like
How
Liv
much
Tyler.
are you willing to sacrifice?
It's bootleg Aragorn and Spider Liv Tyler.
Giving up everything.
Not everything. Not yet.
I don't get it.
You want the ring.
You would give me the ring for the ring.
And find myself beside him in your web.
I am Shelob, and I deal only in truth.
I don't like this.
I wouldn't give it up either.
There's a second One Ring. Shelob is like a scary wraith lady that like talks to people.
Wait.
Time now!
Take your price.
Okay, you just give it up that easy, huh? Well, turns out it was the only thing keeping you alive, idiot.
I'm impressed, Ranger. He must mean something to you. Go to your puppet before he dies.
You have doomed us, Thalion. Her power was vast before, and now you have given her mine. I poured my life force into that ring.
Then we must take it back.
The war you came to fight is not here. The ring is lost. So look to Minas Ithil and the Dark Lord's armies that surround it. Look to the Palantir. Sauron will not stop until all of Middle Earth.
Why does she have to be so why is she hugging me? Why is this happening?
Palantir must be protected.
I'm so confused. Why? She's a spider lady. Stop touching me. Oh, it's so confusing.
Minas Ithil. I must know if Shelob's vision holds true.
I'm really confused. I just want to get into the part where I get to kill monsters.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
Welcome back, Stab. Act 1, the Siege of Minas Ithil. I wanna pause and talk about fucking spider lady. Can I pause?
You have returned.
What's up, Phil? Alright, so some orcs attacking Minas Ithil.
The spider showed
Let me
us
pause,
the
I want to talk
truth.
about the spider.
Gondor's last fortress in Mordor cannot fall.
Our illustrious champion returns. Welcome home.
There it is, Middle Earth, Shadow of War. So there's war, there's a siege happening, and Minas Ithil becomes Minas Morgul. Yeah, so that we know that we're gonna lose, but
Our
Palantir is
illustrious
our
champion
concern.
returns.
Lamazord,
We must
welcome
seize it
back.
before it falls into Sauron's hands. With it, his armies will be unstoppable. The fate of the city matters not.
The borders of
I
Mordor,
will not
they're,
let them be slaughtered like my
they move a
brothers.
little, I guess. It's not like there's a big set of mountains. Or, all right, so we gotta go
We
and
need to do
something
Taking up
to
a
save these
captainship by the
Gondorios.
Gondorians sometime.
But let's
And they could lead us to the Palantir.
Yeah,
We must find a worm and make him talk.
Sure, game mechanics. Okay, so let's talk about this fucking spider lady. So, okay, so what the fuck is that about? Like, all right, so obviously we would have to play through the whole game to figure out what her purpose in the game is. But for now, she seems like she's the kind of like bad guy that we're working for. We gave her the ring for some reason because we're weak. But like, why is she a sexy lady? Like, is it because, no, I'm asking this not just purely rhetorically. Like, are we supposed to think she's like, God, I'm so confused. Like, is the idea that we can't have a sympathetic giant spider, or even like that kind of awkward like relationship with a giant spider? Like, she has power and she makes us work for her. Why couldn't she have just stayed a giant spider? That, like, Shelob as a character in the game is fine. That's fine if they want to use her for that. It's a little weird that they're like, let's just throw her into the game, like, make a new character. Like Celebrimbor, Shelob, like, they're just grabbing characters and throwing them in. But I don't understand why she has to. Is it because we just have to like relate to her? I guess. Why did she have to be a hot chick though? Oh boy, it's pretty confusing to me. I mean, I'm not against it as like it's fine. It's their right as bearers to the license to like mess around with these things. But like, I guess I just wouldn't have thought like you could make a witch, make like a cool witch instead from somewhere else. Why does it have to be like she's already a giant spider? Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. All right, hold A to move towards the ledge and jump. Let's do the thing. Yeah. Let me off the damn thing. And then I'll mess with one more thing to see if I can help y'all with the frame situation. No, let me have my. Anyway, I don't. It seems like a weird choice to use her in that role. Let's see. Spiders don't have fingers. How would she wear the ring? She's got a little fucking tendril thing she could jam in there. Let's see. Let's try borderless full screen mode. Yes. Let's try this mode. Let me know if the framiness is any better. All right, hold B to interrogate a worm. All right, let's do it.
There. His mind is weak. Wasting our time down here. What are we even waiting for? Who leads the search for the Palantir?
These are Sauron's captains leading the siege. Interrogating worms grants intel. Press A to get intel on this captain. Look at this guy, Rash the Warden. Getting intel reveals their weaknesses, allowing you to precisely target their vulnerabilities and use the power of the Wraith to amplify their fears. Captain is a commander, always surrounded by a gang of grunts. And then we just pop his dome.
Is in the lower city.
Then he will go no further.
Okay. So the Shelob memory collectibles will help answer why she's a woman. Well, they won't necessarily answer why they chose to make her a woman in the game, but they'll give us a lore reason for it, at least. So that's okay. That'll be fine. We'll maybe we'll learn that. Yeah, you know, I think you can bend, and they have every right to bend the lore as they like to make it fit the story that they want to tell. That's part of their licensing agreement with the Tolkien estate. So it's fine if they want to make her a sexy lady. I'm just curious from a designer's point of view, why? Like, to what end? Can I not climb things anymore? What am I doing? There we go. I just have my sword out. Yeah, get up there. Alright, let's see. Jump on these idiots. Hey, dummy. That's pretty cool. Pretty into that.
About time we took the fight to the oppressors.
Man, these orcs are really, really dumb. A passive perception of -1. Alright. Alright, I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out how to make this work. Yeah, I mean, the whole idea of there being a second ring of power, like it just affects. Star Wars is so bad for this in their extended universe stuff, like so bad, where they're like, Vader has no apprentice, and then they're like, actually Vader had like a dozen secret apprentices, one for every video game, right? Like they just bend things that in the lore have been specifically stated to not be true. But again, that is a right that you get as the creator of a new property in an existing universe. Yeah, let's learn some more shit about some shit. Zathra Graug Catcher. Killed instantly using poison. Mortally sickly and terrified of executions. Yeah, right. Clones of the Emperor. Exactly. But yeah, this is totally the Force Unleashed of the Tolkien universe. Yep. Yeah. Like they just don't care about. Oh, hi. And it's fine. Like it's not the end of the world. Like that's part of how licensed material works. You try to put your own mark on these things, but. Yeah, I agree, Kishnak. In this case, Shelob is our Galadriel, right? She's Dark Galadriel, because this game is edgier than the default Lord of the Rings. I meant to climb up that thing, not jump off of it, but that's fine. I mean, I think it's fine for Shelob to be intelligent and stuff. I think that's super cool. I like it. I like that she's more complex, but I just think it's weird that they chose not to just make her like a cool giant spider. I thought she was cool enough as a giant spider. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing I wanna like stress, right, to take away from this, is that it is annoying when people make choices that we disagree with in established lore, and there are lots of awkward, terrible, silly ways to do a licensed game. For example, what was the Lord of the Rings MOBA that came out? What was that called? God, that was, you want to talk about terrible. Hi, I'm trying to lure you. Get lured.
You should have kept your mouth shut. Now we're stuck back in the rear instead.
But
of
honestly, like,
everybody laughed. It was worth it.
they have
to
the license for a
humiliate that
reason,
glob.
and
Not to
we
me.
do not get to say
Master
what
yet
games
to
do
know
or
it,
get
to
or
not
don't get
kill
made.
man filth. Don't worry. There'll be plenty of man-filth left to kill.
Can I climb up these rocks? No. Can I? No? No? Okay.
Why don't these stinking pigskins know where they're beaten? The defenders in the lower city were pathetic.
Yeah, so the sword, the broken sword, isn't Narsil, but it's absolutely meant to be a callback to Narsil, right? It's meant to make us think of the shards of Narsil for sure. Again, there's a lot of that in this game.
Yo! It's the Grey Walker!
Yeah, that's right.
I thought he was dead. He is! Carrying the bow.
Left trigger to aim the bow, right trigger to shoot for massive damage. Okay.
It doesn't look good for the Gondorians. We have to help.
The Palantir is a powerful artifact. If we were to possess it,
We could turn the tide.
Yeah, we could get up on that. All right, well, let's go trail that shit. Bring the trail into focus. All right. Ha! Now this is a better. I like this. This is a better way of doing this than putting me into Witcher vision. I don't want to do CSI Middle Earth, so that's pretty cool. Just making it a permanent fix. Yeah, I like it. Because you know how little I care for like shadow vision or Dishonored vision or having to use like an alternate color scheme to discover stuff in the game, detective vision, whatever. I find it really annoying. So it's nice that they did this. I bet you there's probably some of that too. Eagle vision, yeah, like just all over the game.
Sure, good plan. They can teach you the words. Now, you die.
Quick shot. Detonate grog barrels with your bow. Cool. Exploding orc
We need to
grog.
target their captains.
Oh, cool. All right, so I got a little boost power. All right. Well, the reason that I don't like it is because it overrides the aesthetic of the game. And if you're looking for stuff, you end up just seeing the whole game through detective vision. Turning it on and off is no big deal, right? Turn it on, set a thing, turn it off. But having it be like a constant, permanent view of the world, I find it to be really, really obnoxious. Can I climb? Can we not just go in through the fucking front door?
To hunt.
There we go.
Better make a party.
Leap behind. I don't want to. Climb up. Climb up. That's clearly a flat surface. Italian. Jesus, man.
He's close.
the Wraith world will reveal his presence.
Okay, search for the captain and press R to identify. Here we go.
Lash.
Rash. Yeah, the Arkham games, some of them have like a pretty bad system of that. I found the worst one was it was one of the Dishonored DLCs, and it just like it drove me crazy. Hi.
Word is, there's a new ring tower over there.
Yeah, you have to use it 95% of the game. Exactly. Yeah, it's just on all the time.
It's called the Palantir, and it's why we're here. The city is just an obstacle between us and it. You
Is that an
find the
orc
Seeing
speaking?
Stone,
Oh, it is. Weird.
you bring it directly to me. This is how we conquer Middle Earth, lads.
That does not sound like an orc. That guy's voice is very human sounding. Okay, not quite what I intended to climb, but all right.
One of the hunting parties. I'm sure there's more men hiding in the ruins.
Okay, so that's the leap behind. Can we just lure some of these guys over?
Our illustrious champion returns.
Michael.
Home.
Welcome back. Thank you. All right. Hi. It's like some of the orc are like, oh, worthless man swine. And then this other orc is like, all right, everybody, so welcome to the Monday meeting. Let's see here. It says here we got a couple of birthdays. Gorshnak, happy 32nd birthday, buddy. We're going to be getting together at Barad-dûr tonight. We're going to have some drinks. So if you can make it, put $5 in the birthday fund. Now, this is honor system, everybody. So, you know, happy birthday, Gorshnak. Let's all have a great day. Get out there and kill some humans.
He's just gonna dirty him up again.
Okay, that is not how you climb up. Okay, well, let's go this way.
I had to go in the black plague the other night.
Man, now I want to go to Gorshnak's birthday dinner. All right, everybody. We've got some deliverables on the big project this week coming up. So, you know, Sauron's gonna be coming by. Sauron, you know, regional manager. Hey, who's that guy? Look at that guy. I know he's not a bad guy. He's just a guy. Also, Clorkin, thank you for your Prime sub. Welcome to the Horde. I hope you brought Gorshnak a birthday present. Gorshnak the Celebrator. Hey, what's up? Who are you?
We'll take them together. I have your back, Ranger.
Oh, dang. A lady with cool armor. Hey, cool lady armor. Who are you? No, I want to... Oh, you look red. All right, for Gondor, here we go. It's for Gondor.
One man? Gondor should have sent more reinforcements. This is our city, manfilth. You're too late.
Looks like cake's back on the menu, boys. Right, Y is Barry. Kill his friends first. Well, I know what the berry button is, but I don't seem to be able to press it. Oh yeah, you toast, Rash. Well, good thing we had that rash cleared up. Gear. Let's look at my inventory. Equip gear to increase your power and enhance your abilities. Victories against more powerful captains require higher quality gear. Nice. Suck it, Urfael. So here's the problem. Here's the problem with video games and like lore weapons, like Urfael, Thalion's sword in life, serving as your primary weapon as a ranger of Gondor. Yeah, but fuck it though, because this Rohirrim sword has 2 more extra damage. So sorry, lore sword. Nobody cares about you anymore. How's the frames of Mordor looking?
My raiding party was trapped in the lower city overnight.
How many of you were
What up,
there?
girl?
Not
Oh, I
enough.
love her tunic. Fuck off, stop showing me him. He's dumb looking.
Enos Ithil still stands.
We're
Damn.
about to lose the middle city, Ranger. They'll be closing the gate if they haven't
Bit
already.
better. Oh, that's something.
We need to get up there as fast as we can.
I'll be right behind you. Wait.
Blame the Dark Lord.
What is your name?
Here we go.
Idril,
Thalion.
don't fall behind, Thalion.
See, at least
Lost enough men to
at least the game didn't do that thing when it was like, what's your name? I'm Idril. I'm Boromir's secret younger sister no one knew about. Also, I was trained in the Jedi arts by Lord Darth Vader.
Do you hear that, Ranger? They're closing the gate.
Then let's cut a path up there.
Sergeant Tarandor's going to need our
What's up, Saldrath? Welcome back. Follow Idril. But Morbius like negative 1,000 years old. I mean, I guess. Right. There we go. There's my bow. Dunk.
We'll need our support. We can't leave him out here.
Sorry, Idril, I'm fighting this guy. I'm fighting.
You made a mistake coming here. Ready to die?
Run on the ground like a normal person.
This is just like Shelob's vision.
If Sauron's forces get the Palantir, all of Middle-earth will share the same fate.
And Shelob is kind of like a neutral party, right? Like she's not like a good guy. She doesn't like men, but she doesn't want Sauron to like rule over Middle-earth, right? Oh, still got that fighting animation. That's nice. Why am I fighting? Sorry, human. I mean, she likes men, but not like men capital M, lowercase m.
Keep moving. We'll cover your retreat. Get up there now. The middle city has fallen. Knock them down. Pick the target. Tony, protect the ranger.
Join us! The gate is closing!
We'll be right behind you. Let's see some of that black blood. Stay and I'll give you a quick death. We will bury you all.
Yeah, like the game itself, it's frustrating because the game itself runs fine. Like I'm seeing it at a solid 60 all the way through. But something about the way that it gets like packaged up and sent over the Twitches is not as good, unfortunately.
Sergeant Daigle, we're pulling back. The middle city is lost. Not before we finish these filthy drugs.
Whoa, jeez, all right. I know that they're like the hated enemy of your people and they're trying to invade your kingdom and shit, but like, let's keep the racial slurs to a minimum, all right? Also, Trugs indicates we call them, like it's short for troglodyte. Like that's a Shadowrun slang right there.
The gate! Move out!
This is all very cinematic. I'm really excited. Yeah, I have the resolution scaling on, but I could turn it off. Like it was doing it beforehand too. Check it out. This is the settings. We were playing with them earlier. Oops. Boop. Where's my objectives? God, it's hard going back and forth between. Different controllers. I was using the Nintendo one, and A and B are switched on it. Oh, in XSplit? No. XSplit's just pure like 1080 out. It's grabbing the whole stream. XSplit's doing fine. There's no drop frames there. It's going from Twitch to you, my dear viewers, where the issue is. Also, yeah, I was gonna look at the settings, but I guess I'm gonna find work. Yeah, I'd be curious. I guess I can ask. I can ask other folks who've streamed it if they have any tips for next time. For now, we're just gonna have to hang out and talk shit. And we'll just blame the Dark Lord for stealing our frames. Okay, here, hold on. So I'll show you. Right now, the scaling is at 1 times, so there's no scaling problems. Again, it's not on the PC's end. I can turn off dynamic resolution. Max FPS I set at 60 just to kind of hold it. I could turn that off, but it won't matter. You're always gonna get 60 anyway. It would just mean more frames for me. The frames have been banished to the Shadow Realm. Exactly. Incoming drawing. Thanks for this up. What? Jesus. My sword is either very sharp or these guys have like extremely dull or extremely thin skin.
Quickly, under the gate!
Get moving!
Yeah, some stuff just like Twitch has a hard time with it. Oh no, I'm on the wrong side of the gate.
I won't be long. Go.
Have the archers provide support.
I'm gonna go and grimdark my way through this alone. Alright. Hold X till the glaive appears.
Got him down!
I was holding X for the glaive attack. Get wrecked, nerds. Oh my god, am I dead? Did I just die? Last chance struggle. Press the button when it's in the circle. Yeah, like that. Oh shit. Dome that guy. Oh, he's dead already. That's why I wasn't doing anything. Okay. That's fair, Reaper. Yeah. A race that can stable their head back on and walk around, so normal rules don't matter.
For every inch of ground, but they now hold
Guy looks like a priest of Sigmar with that haircut.
Then our fate will be decided here. Our inner wall is our strongest. We have double their archer.
We cannot match the orcs for their numbers or ferocity.
Oh, our people
Oh,
have
I'm
held
pretty
back
ferocious.
Sauron's forces before.
But some things were lost forever.
Yes, of course they were.
Alright, edgy.
Go to the Great Hall. Secure the relics.
I definitely recognize that guy's voice.
My place is here.
Make sure they are taken to Henathanum.
Is that an order?
I do really want to play a.
Must understand. We must protect what is most precious.
I think I could do a pretty good job running a
Yes.
Lord of the
That is
Rings,
an
like a Middle Earth game.
Then I'll see it done.
Yeah, totally. He does look like Russell Crowe. That's
But I'll be back on the wall
that's
before
right.
the next assault.
So is this going to be a thing where he's like, I don't want this lady to fight. We got to protect her. Oh, it's Grog. Okay, cool. That's where I recognize his voice from. Cool.
A ranger from the Black Gate.
What's up, dog?
I thought you were all dead. You heard the truth.
Motherfucking right. I'm back from
You've
the
come to
grave.
fight for Minas Ithil,
I'm
Ranger.
like Tupac up in here.
Report to Captain Baron.
Not come to join your
Yeah,
army,
Nightbeer, I bet it's her dad.
but for the
Uh-huh.
Palantir.
No,
And its
lady.
safekeeping.
No
Protect
lady
the city
fighting,
and
because
the
you might get in
Palantir will
trouble.
be
I'm gonna
safe.
man you.
However, our raiding parties are targeting enemy captains in the lower city.
You wish to spread terror in their ranks.
Yes.
Venomous, it's the Uruk Hai that get dragged up out of the mud pits. Yeah.
The men are assembled, General.
Ah, all right. Let's do it. Yeah, the thing about Shelob right now is I'm just feeling a lot of confusion. All right, so we got some skill points. Let's view the skill tree. All right, people who have watched this game or people who know more about it than me, where is the best place to focus on upgrades for skills? The game is only going to give me one choice now.
Welcome to the math school.
We
Wistera,
need to secure the Palantir
welcome back.
now.
Doer,
The city is weak and it will not
thank you for
hold
your
for
prime
much
sub.
longer.
Welcome.
But we cannot leave the Gondorians to their fate.
Wraith,
Customer
Wraith
is
is the
right.
shit.
By protecting the city, we protect the Palantir.
Look.
The towers bear his mark.
Oh damn,
Over my
Sauron.
towers
You used to be
once.
so hot.
Now Sauron's corruption spreads beyond the borders of Mordor. He mocks me.
They give him sight.
Not without
Wraith
the
in combat.
Palantir.
Okay. Yeah, I'll focus on those. The Siege of Minas Ithil. Complete the diamond quest to prevent the Palantir from falling into Sauron's hands. Press this button to view the map. What's up, Oozling? Stupid, sexy Sauron. What system would I use for the Lord of the Rings game? It would depend. If I was doing like a Silmarillion, like we're all elves game, which would be like massively nerdy, like deep nerdiness, that I would use Burning Wheel. I do an all elf campaign. But otherwise, I would probably do like a between The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, or after Lord of the Rings game, where you're like cleaning up the Sauron is dead, but there are still strongholds of orcs throughout the world. And I might use the One Ring, depending. The One Ring is a good journey game. It really captures it's a lot like Mouse Guard actually, which maybe I would just make a Mouse Guard hack would be good, right? Like where you play Rangers or something. It would depend on the story. You would need the right system for the right story, because you can tell so many different stories in Middle-earth. All right, let's go to this
We
tower.
will dismantle his hold on Minas Ithil. We will shift.
Do we get a little bit of open world now? We can kind of like run around and do some stuff. If the players wanted to be orcs, you could do that with Burning Wheel too. Yeah, orcs are one of the races in Burning Wheel. That might be fun, actually, to do like a short orcs only campaign.
These Hydia are but dark imitations.
Play the
of
bad guys.
Palantir,
That'd be pretty fun.
But we can turn
Serving the Dark Lord Sauron.
Craft against him.
These towers can.
Yeah, there are several Lord of the Rings pen and paper
Purify
games.
them and make them
Several,
ours.
like a lot. All right, purify it by looking at it angrily and holding an invisible grapefruit.
Here we see all that has been lost, and all that will be lost if his corruption is allowed to return.
Scan the surrounding area to find the triangle barrows. I'm scanning. Scanning with this Scalanti. Oh. Ah.
This city is built on the ruins of my kingdom, yet some things remain. Those are my barrows, still hidden from Sauron's sight. There I will show you why we must retrieve my ring.
Sure, buddy. Whatever. Side quest. Thanks. I'm good. Where's that other Haydir? There was another one over here, right? Yeah, there it is. Let's go get that one. If you're running up behind someone and you have a sword in your hand, why would you kick them? Why wouldn't I just put the sword into his spine? Ah, right in the everything. Okay, let's go. We did it. Where's that guy up? For honor. Because that's an upgrade. If one player wanted to play an orc, one an elf, one a hobbit, and one a ringwraith, well, I would tell those players to get on my level and to stop messing with my game. It's Lord of the Rings shit. The problem... Okay, so here's the thing with Lord of the Rings, and this is true of every licensed tabletop type game ever. If you want to play it and you want to play by the lore, you really have to have people who both know enough about the lore to buy in, but also know enough about GMing and how games work to like let go. Like I would need a team of Legend of Lord of the Rings Jesse Coxes. That's what I would need. I would need 4 Jessies who are all willing to play ball in the Lord of the Rings universe. So how do I get? Isn't that one of the towers, or is it further over? Oh, it's this one. Okay. So hard to come by. But that's what made Balance of Power work, was that all of the people were either Star Wars fans enough that I could have a conversation with them about that and be like, all right, so here's where we are in the Star Wars universe. I'm going to take some liberties. We can consider this kind of our own canon, but I'm going to stick to the game as much as possible. And then everybody else was like, well, I don't really know enough about Star Wars to really care if you get something wrong. Also, is this not one of the fucking tower things? How do I scan for towers? Yeah. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can make that my active quest.
I can show you how to conquer Mordor.
As long as it keeps Gondor
Oh no, but that's
safe.
that's the one. That's the quest that I was just on, right? So, oh, okay. So that's all it wants me to do right now. Okay, we're still caught in the like tutorial part of the game. All right, we'll just stop trying to do our own thing. Yeah, like I thought that was one of those. Yeah, look, I thought that was one of those things, but I guess it's not. Oh, it isn't. It's this thing. Okay, here we go. Oh. Purify the Hadir. That's what I was trying to do. Okay. So, yeah, I mean that's what I would need, right? I would need like, I would need people who know enough about Lord of the Rings to make characters that would fit. Honestly, like for me, that's a huge thing about being a game master and trying to create a world that has a consistent feel. I run into this challenge with Court of Swords quite a lot, actually. In that I want people to both be able to create their own stuff in that universe, but still feel like they belong. Even things like naming a character like appropriately is tricky, you know. That was something that I thought was really cool about playing with Matt Mercer doing the Swan Song one shot, the live one that we did, was that Matt went way out of his way to ask me, like, how can I make a character that will fit your world? And that was really cool. I thought that was really, I don't know. I mean, he's a game master, right? He probably understands the same impulses. And I try to do that as a player too, right? Like, even though I don't get to play very often. Like, I made Dr. Grigori a, like, Russian character, like a Russian style character, because I knew that West Marches was built on sort of Slavic fairy tale style play, so. Also, there's a lot of fucking orcs. Jesus. Can we ice these dudes, please? Hey, a human. Help me, spear guy. Oops. That's all right. There we go. The problem was I wasn't executing these guys. Go back to that guy who was knocked down. Finish him. God damn it, man. Oh, here we go. Did I do it too early? Oh, kilt. All right, well, good thing I can't actually die.
Suppose that makes me a Tark killer. No. Tark Slayer! I quite like the sound of that. Tark Slayer! From now on, I will be known as the Tark Slayer!
All right, Lorm. Right, and Drain gives me the health back. Okay, cool. Lorm. All right. Grunts who kill me are promoted to captain and added to the army menu. To claim your revenge, complete a vendetta mission against him. Orcs killed, drop higher quality gear. Like Nemesis missions, vendetta missions are active for a limited time. All right, Lorm. Ooh, you got a cool hat now, Lorm. So proud of you. Lorm of the Ring. All right, you're my new target, Lorm. Banished from death, and we just rebooted the thing.
The war will be long, Thalion. We will build an Uborg on Henle Edriget.
Yeah, I agree. All right, what do we got? What's happening here? Oop. I like that it just took me to the thing I was trying to go to anyway. Yeah. Best way to get to somewhere, I guess, is just dying on your way there. What's around here? Come on. Oh, there we go. There's a target here. Ooh, a Shaloba memory. Okay, we got all the scans. Okay, now let's go find Lorm and we'll get him. Get him squared away. Hi. I killed you with my sword, and it was delicious. Yeah, I missed some scans on that first tower, but I think I've cleared them up now because all the towers scan the same area.
Somebody sneaking around?
No. Just look over here. Kill your ass too. Did we get him?
Man swine! We have the numbers.
Who's this guy?
We have the strength. It is only a matter of time.
Oh, they
before
scan
Minas
different
Ithil
areas?
falls.
Jesus.
You can do nothing to save it. Did I break your concentration?
Alright, so after we kill this guy, then we gotta kill 5th edition. And then we'll just work our way back. Ow, kitty! What is happening? Oh, I stepped on a trap. Okay. Got it, because that's that guy's ability. I see. Oh, I don't want... Oh, for fuck's sake! Get out of the trap. No, don't camera mode me. I mean, camera mode is cool and everything. All right, here, let's take a picture of me being an idiot. Ow, my fucking foot! Texture? Vignetting? Oh, God. Logo? Why would I ever do that? Okay, cool, so there is a photo mode, but how did I maybe it's better I don't know how I accessed photo mode there, because otherwise shit's gonna get real. I gotta get a cool picture of me fucking getting a fight with this guy. Also, that archer is pissing me off. Right trigger while sprinting. Slide tackle. Oh, get off the pillar, dummy. Jesus. Can we just be done with this guy, or? There we go. Huh.
I think this one fancied himself a ranger.
Or a tracker, Mordor's equivalent. Subtract your years of training and substitute feral cunning instead.
Okay, how do I... let's see. Let's see what else we got here. We got Acharn, The dagger Acharn was once a sword belonging to Italian's son, but broke him and the orc seized the Black Gate. Celebrimbor's bow, a gift from Narvi, a dwarven maker who is Celebrimbor's collaborator in life. We got our guardian armor, and we got a cloak from our wife, all of which we will discard as soon as possible. But we can switch to a way better Numenorian dagger. See that kid's sword? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, well, great. That's fantastic. Here we go. A 2-hour player XP, timed XP boosts. Mother of God. Oh, no. Why you gotta be like this, game? No. Let's take a break. I can't handle this shit.
A kind gesture.
Harper. Thank you. All right, we're taking a break. I can't handle this shit. We'll be right back.